Did you know that watching TV is bad for your eyesight, especially when you get really close to it? Well, I didn't, and now I have glasses, but that doesn't matter for this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you where to get the straight up exoskeleton. Diamond exoskeleton, ruby exosuit, those are too complicated to say. We just want the default exoskeleton. But where do you get this? Well, during the Legends of the Zone quest, you exit the TV room, we'll call it, and you just go right up here and you can get yourself a free exoskeleton. Let's look at the stats on this bad ombre here. So it defaults to 15 kilograms, which is quite heavy for an exoskeleton. At base, we have 4 artifact slots, and for defensive stats, we have pretty average defensive stats for thermal, electrical, and chemical. The radiation protection is 3, psi protection of 2.5 is decent, physical protection of 3.2 to 3.3, and then we get maximum weight plus 16. By default, like with all exosuits and exoskeletons, you cannot sprint, but we may be able to unlock it. For upgrades, let's go over the head here. Suppressor, this is from getting around like halfway through the main quest. You get the suppressor, it's like 125. I always recommend it because it's so cheap. For the bottom of the head, we have pretty good upgrades. We have physical protection, wear resistance 15%, that leads into weight reduction, wear resistance 20, or weight reduction 1. Now of the two of them, this one's better because it does the same thing this one does, but also gives you wear resistance. And then we have carry capacity 10% versus another physical protection wear resistance. So this gets your physical protection above 4, whereas with this, you just get more carry capacity. It's really up to you which one you want, but I would argue the tanking is better, unless you know you're going to be running like a compass, in which case this is better. For the shoulder, we have another weight reduction wear resistance. Wear resistance is always nice in armor. It allows your armor to last longer, which in a way reduces repair costs. And then for the rest of them, we have thermal protection into chemical thermal, electrical protection into chemical electrical. And you can only have one of the tier 3 upgrades where you get 2 stats. So it's really up to you which one you want. You could skip these 4 here, well, like these 2 and one of these, and just run this. For the center, we have radio protection, and this says radio protection, but it's actually psi protection, and that also leads into psi protection 10. So these both scale your psi, and in the middle you can either choose more radio protection or more psi protection. And then of course we have our weight reduction stamina, which leads into our sprint. And for the container slot, we have radio protection container, another radio protection container, the 5th slot, and then 2 more radio protection containers. So you can have 5 artifact slots and 4 lead/wrenched/diffusion containers. So pretty good in terms of that. Now in terms of stats, this is a fully upgraded exoskeleton. The physical protection is decent. It's still less than some of the other exoskeletons that you can get with early Pripyat jump. The psi protection is pretty high. Radiation protection also pretty high. Overall, its stats are pretty decent. It's time for a good old-fashioned burn down. We're at 100%. Let's get hit by the lava. I think that's about good. 87, just a little bit more. Try that. 81. Fully upgraded repair cost for 19% durability is 17k. Now this is about average for exoskeletons and exosuits. They're typically the most expensive thing to repair in the game. They offer you usually better stats than other things, as well as almost guaranteed 5 artifact container slots with 4 lead container slots. So they tend to be more expensive to repair. Now for the actual rating on the exoskeleton, its defensive stats are decent, but considering you can't really get it early, everything else that you can get for free in Pripyat can be acquired as soon as you enter Garbage Region, which is very early on in the game. So unless they patch that out in the future, you can always just grab whatever exoskeleton or exosuit you want. So if you want like Ruby, Diamond, Brumbar, Operator, whatever, literally whatever exosuit, Liberty, all of those are good. I have to give this probably a lower rating, 6 out of 10. The reason for this is it is locked behind an endgame quest, and by the time you get to this, you have access to other armor suits that are better than this and require less, like fewer upgrades to be good in terms of stats, have better base stats even, and just offer more. It's not bad, but considering how late you get it. Now, if they ever patch out the Pripyat jump, that changes things, but not really, because there's still the diamond exoskeleton box jump. It's the spark bunker. So you take a box from over here and you just push it and then jump up and then grab it for free. So you can, like, the diamond exoskeleton kind of is a gatekeeper for every other armor set in the game, like especially endgame armor. So if you early Pripyat jump and start grabbing all these armor sets, diamond is really good, and there's really no reason not to run it. So for that reason, it is kind of like, you know, it's not really competitive against those sets. So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. All right, but that is it for this one. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this useful, and I will see you in the next Stalker video. Peace.